The Buffalo Bills and the Kansas City Chiefs are going to face off for the fourth time. Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes have been the quarterbacks. This is their fourth time seeing each other in the playoffs. And honestly, as a Chiefs fan, that does concern me a little bit just because you have to understand, I mean, the Chiefs have won 3 times. One when there was 13 seconds left on the clock, the Chiefs were down. They managed to get in field goal range. I mean, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills, they're due. And that's understandable and okay to say, I would feel like, because this team, Josh Allen, going into the season, they said that they weren't going to be competitive. They're going to lose Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs, and that it's going to be a problem and that they're not going to perform well. But on this channel all year and all offseason, I was telling you guys that this team and Josh Allen, they have the weapons. We saw towards the end of last year, Khalil Shakir really step into a top receiver for this team to fill in that role for Stephon Diggs. So when they lost the 2, it really was a benefit to them in the right direction for the future. And we can see now here, they're in the AFC Championship, what I believe the 2nd seed in the AFC. And they really are going to make things interesting in the AFC Championship. And while I do believe the Kansas City Chiefs are the better team, that's why they're favored, but Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen, they are due, and they're going to make it interesting because they're going to keep things competitive. They're going to keep things close, and that's what Josh Allen does. So there's a few things that I want to take a look at. I want to specifically go back to the last time, Week 11, the Chiefs and Bills played each other, and dive into some of the key moments from that game, but also take a look at some of the key moments from the Texans and Chiefs game in the divisional round. Some things to look forward to for this game against the Bills. And one thing that I want to say first, there's a high chance that Andy Reid, he didn't show nearly anything that he's going to want to do in this AFC Championship against the Bills. We all assumed and we all figured that, you know, the Chiefs and Bills will match up again in the playoffs. So I know the game plan is going to be completely different. But going into this game, the Chiefs, they need to focus on a few things. Number one, we're going to watch a lot of this footage right here, and we're going to see 2 things that I want to point out. One, containing Josh Allen. And I know a lot of teams are probably thinking that, but the Chiefs, they do have a really good run defense, and there were some moments in this game, huge moments like Josh Allen's last touchdown, what I believe on 3rd or 4th down, the last touchdown, where he scored it, and Drew Tranquill, he really blew the coverage there, and the Chiefs just have to do a better job on covering Josh Allen, especially in these critical moments if they want to win this game. But also, the thing with this difference now, playing the Bills, is number one on defense, the Chiefs didn't have Charles Omenihu or Jalen Watson, and if you're a Chiefs fan or if you watch a lot of Chiefs games, especially last year and this year before Jalen Watson got hurt, you would know this is a huge difference. Having Jalen Watson back out there against the Texans was it's just great to have him back, and he's going to get more comfortable, especially this game, AFC Championship. He's going to step it up a notch. We saw him after the game taking shots at the Texans players for complaining about the refs. But Charles Omenihu, he stripped C.J. Stroud this last game. He's done it so many times while playing it. He's done it in the AFC Championship. He did it Week 18 of last year. Just off the top of my head, Charles Omenihu has came up huge so many times for the Kansas City Chiefs, and especially in the playoffs. I mean, he's unfortunately for the Chiefs, he's on a contract year. He's had this chip on his shoulder, especially after tearing his ACL. And he's going to get paid this offseason whenever he becomes a free agent. But, I mean, he comes up consistently in the biggest moments, and they didn't have him against the Bills. Also, they didn't have Isaiah Pacheco or Hollywood Brown. Now, Isaiah Pacheco, he hasn't gone back to that full form that we're used to like last year and the year before, even in his rookie year when he really had that big run in the playoffs. But that's also because Joe Thuney and Mike Caliendo have switched. Joe Thuney is playing left tackle and Caliendo is on left guard. Now, me personally, I love that situation. I love Joe Thuney at left tackle. Obviously, he's going to take a hit at left guard, but still, we see Pacheco have good strides. But really, the pickup of the year was Kareem Hunt. Kareem Hunt has been huge for the Kansas City Chiefs this season, was their MVP of the season, in my opinion. And I think that, and it's no hit on Pacheco. Pacheco is a great player. He's going to be great for the Kansas City Chiefs. I hope he's, has a future with them. But Kareem Hunt should be getting majority of the snaps in this game. In my opinion, he's just proven himself this year that he wants to get this ring and he wants to play, and he's played very well for the Chiefs. And Pacheco has, it's taken him a little bit to get back into that familiar form, which is okay. But I think Kareem Hunt needs to start. But also, not having Hollywood Brown, there's no game film against Hollywood Brown. And really, there's only a couple games and a couple situations. And he didn't get a catch last game, or DeAndre Hopkins, which is interesting. But Andy Reid, he puts the players in the right places to score. So that's why I'm very confident against this Chiefs offense, against this Bills defense, especially the Bills secondary. This Bills defense isn't, I'm not too high on them in this Chiefs offense. They didn't show their full hand against them already. And Hollywood Brown, having Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy, we're going to see here in the film here in a second, but having them two on the edge and both of them as a speed threat for the defense to take accountability for and to account for is actually a difference maker. And we can see that already in some of the game film. Even watching this, how they had to cover Xavier Worthy. Now they're going to have to cover Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown. And we saw in the Texans game already how Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy opened up opportunities for Travis Kelce. I'll get into that a little later, but this is a huge difference that the Chiefs have going into this game compared to last game. I'm not sure on the Bills side who's out compared to now, but I just know the Chiefs, they're favored for a reason. It's going to be a tough one because the Bills are due, and I understand that. And, it's going to be a good game. I hope the Chiefs win. I hope the better team wins. I hope, even with the questionable calls, I've gotten into that already. The questionable calls in the Texas game did not change the outcome of that game. People complaining about the refs is just annoying. It's getting out of hand because the Chiefs would have won that game regardless. The Texans should have got a stop. The Texans allowed 8 sacks. They got a field goal blocked. They missed 2 other field goals. I mean, they lost that game themselves. So I don't want to hear anything about the refs. Let's get into this Week 11 key takeaways from the Chiefs and Bills game. And then also I want to look at a few things from the Chiefs and Texans divisional round game. So make sure you stick around. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. You hit that like button, and let's get straight into it. We can see right here, the Bills, a lot of the time, they go into a zone against the Chiefs. And we can see right here, Mahomes is actually trying to get the ball to Noah Gray. And you can see he doesn't like what he's seeing right here. Everything's covered. So he's going to step up in the pocket. And that's how they started that game. We can see right here, the Bills, they drop back into a zone. And really, this is a good read. But also, this was when the offensive line was really playing poorly. And you can see Mahomes, he tries to step up. And kind of what we saw against the Texans, makes a throw while falling to a wide open Noah Gray. But it's completely overthrown. So that was how the Chiefs started this game. Feet in. That's a huge play. Now, 2nd and 10, Josh Allen. Here's one of those runs. There's just no spy. Huge. And then right here, 4th and 2, we could see him go up. And then Drew Tranquill, he's right here, but he's following this guy, and he has just no chance to get right here on this play. You can see the Texans, they're lined up in man-to-man. You can see right here, this man goes right here on Hollywood Brown, and this man goes right here on Xavier Worthy. Now, this is why having Hollywood Brown back is huge, because right here, we're going to see this defense. They're going to go in man right here. They're going to talk about it right here. Mahomes steps up. He notices the man. We have the safety back right here, and Xavier Worthy is going to be lined up on man. He's going to be lined up right here. We're going to see this guy matching up with Kelce, and then we're going to see this guy stay on Pacheco. So, like I said, man here, man here, man here. Man, right here on Pacheco, and man here. And all they're going to do is clear out for Kelce. So Hollywood, he's going to do a little hitch and come out. Noah Gray, he's going to block right here and come out. Xavier Worthy, he's going to go out and in. And Pacheco, he's just going to clear out right here. But Kelce, he's going to slip through right here because these guys are playing man. And if they run their routes the right way, they're going to be able to beat it because the safety's going to be having to decide to go either on Hollywood Brown or Xavier Worthy. So we're going to see it right here. We can see what they do. And we're going to be watching Travis Kelce right here because this plays for him. Like I said, he's running through man right here because this guy's blitzing. He blocks for a second. And right here, this guy messes up his whole assignment. And we can see right here. So now watch Xavier Worthy. Xavier Worthy, he's going to beat his man right here. And that's what this guy's looking at right here. This safety has to move over. But this guy has to stay with Kelce right here. So Mahomes, he's looking at Xavier Worthy because it looks like Xavier Worthy can get something. But then his eyes quickly turn to Kelce because Kelsey's behind these defenders, and this dude knows he messes up. So let's see it again. Kelce comes up right here. Does a move on the defender. Very easy to get behind him. This guy should have followed right here. His back is turned. Kelce, huge gain. Makes him miss right there. Breaks the tackle, and he's gone. 49-yard gain, a huge gain. But it's the refs, though. The refs made the defenders miss and missed their assignments right there, right? It's the refs' fault. That's what I'm being told. Let's watch on this touchdown how Travis Kelce perfectly positions himself in the open space in the end zone, while also Xavier Worthy and Hollywood Brown cleared out for him perfectly. So let's watch this in full motion. We can see the defense is set up in a zone right here. We can see right here these guys communicating with each other early to go ahead and watch Kelce. We're going to watch Kelce motion right here, and that's when they notice to step up on him. And he's going to go right here. But if you guys are going to see that right there, let's go all the way back. You know, we have Xavier Worthy. He just clears out this way, and Hollywood Brown goes out that way. And we can see Kelce. He motions over pre-snap, and he goes right through right here because this guy is going to have to stay here because this guy has to watch Hollywood Brown. So right here, this is where the confusion happens, and this guy has to watch for Xavier Worthy coming up. So right here, when he cuts between them, this guy stayed with Hollywood Brown for too long, and this guy has to watch Xavier Worthy and is coming down right here on him. So Kelce, what he does right here, he sits here and just goes straight up. Instead of coming out right here, he sits and goes straight up and finds the open space. We're going to see right here, he goes straight up. So you saw right here because this guy dropped over to Hollywood Brown. This guy's not going to get there in time. This guy's on Xavier Worthy, and this guy's not going to be able to get there. We're going to see right here him try to make an effort. So Kelce just goes straight back, makes a great move, and Mahomes, while falling, we know Kelce and Mahomes' great connection. He trusts Kelce while falling. This guy falls, getting to it. What a play by both Kelce and Mahomes, but also Andy Reid getting Kelce open with Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy doing what they do, and Kelce finding the space in the back of the end zone for the easy touchdown. Again, Kelce is a beast. Leading up into the game all week, I will be breaking down specific things over here on my YouTube channel or on my TikTok at Tutty Sports. So make sure you follow me there or you subscribe. Make sure the notification bell is on so you are never missing out on a Chiefs video or any video at all. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it. And I'll see y'all on the next one.